It's your boy Online Davo, and we back with another video. Look, we got a video about fuck DH. Everyone is turning on India Love. And let's see what bro talking about. Come on.
So it seems like everyone is turning on India Love, and honestly, from my view, it's unfair. I think there's a stark contrast between the treatment women on Twitch receive versus men, and if we're being honest, that's because of misogyny. I'm not even saying I'm an India fan, and if I'm being honest, she is a little annoying, but I'm not heartless. I'm not gonna dogpile her, and seeing the words being said about her, I just knew I had to speak on it, and I'm not gonna lie, let me get some water, bro. God damn. As soon as a nigga wanna speak, my mouth wanna start getting dry, but I ain't even gonna yap for real. You already know I'm the hood Socrates, and let's start. Comment for the algorithm. Now, this entire thing started because India Love recently spoke about wanting to turn her life around.
My heart, but I really desire like my own family, and to be a wife, and to have a home, and to be like the best mom and the best family member to my entire family. And once you desire something, it's on you to make that shift in your behavior and in your circumstances and in your self-discipline. So that's what I've really been working on these last couple months. I've really been self-disciplined in a lot of different areas.
That sound good. So far, it sound, you know what I'm saying? It sound cool. What could possibly be wrong with this?
Fasting in certain areas of my life. I have been really getting closer to God and showing God and talking to him, but also showing him in my actions that I'm serious about, you know, trying to be more and do different. And I've been seeing results in like my self-discipline.
And y'all already know India Love is one of those influencer women with an extensive dating history. Now obviously I do think India is a pass around, but the thing with me is that I keep it consistent. I think a lot of these male streamers are pass arounds too, and that's really the crux of the issue.
I mean shit, DH ain't lying. If you really want to, you know, call a spade, these niggas be hitting everybody, these bitches be hitting everybody, bruh. It's like the rap industry. They all be fucking each other, bruh. You know what I mean? Most of these motherfuckers don't got that sexual discipline. You know, overindulging and all that type of shit. You know how it go.
I feel like people are being overly disrespectful to India because they think due to her past, she's not allowed to want better or to change. People have been dismissing her desires for more outside of being sexualized on the internet because she's done it to herself for a long time. But it's starting to get weird because how are you going to clown someone for being in these sexualized environments? But when she expresses her desire to be more than that, it's also a problem. And then you have these people try to hold her down. And on top of that, we're not going to act like women in the industry aren't facing the constant pressure of being sexualized. Especially
I don't think there's an issue with saying like you want to be something else. Like, yo, say you was in the streets, you like, yo, I want to get out the streets and I want to be a lawyer, try to be a lawyer. Okay, cool. It's cool for you to want that, right? But it's like, all right, just know, like, you know what you did up to this point. You know what I mean? Like, you know what your actions was up until the point that you said you want to be something different in life, right? And it's like, okay, until you show that you're a lawyer, people are gonna still look at you as someone else in the streets if that's all you were known for. So bring it back to India. If she was known for getting around, or that's the narrative that surrounded her name of her getting around, no one's gonna take her wanting to have a family and be serious until people are shown that. Now, do I care? No, I don't give a fuck. Right? But there is people within her industry, the streaming industry, that are parasocial and they do care about all the other shit.
When the men are overly freaked out. But I will say, recently she did slip up and it is kind of bad.
You see?
Oh.
I'm doing my damn thing. Look, 25. I got 25. Ain't fucking with me. Yeah,
What?
Sorry, I'm just giving you a hug, sorry.
I know. Give me a hug.
My goodness, he loves it.
He ran 5K up to
Damn,
49.
Oh
my just
damn, they dating? They caressing her?
Killing it.
I like you.
Loves the game. Right now? Is it break right now?
What's the bet?
Like I said, this clip is very crazy. She got a married man all over her body.
Oh,
Michael
married?
Phelps is definitely married.
Wait, that's Michael Phelps? Wait, what?
Crazy. She got a married man all over her body.
Michael Phelps married and that nigga? What are they doing in the same? What the fuck? Where have I been at?
Phelps is definitely married. And with her talking about wanting to change and how she wants to settle down and be married, this just isn't the type of stuff you want to be out here doing, especially not on camera. It is very crazy, but I will say the standards that niggas are trying to hold her to are just very unrealistic. People seen this clip and cooked her because she said she want to be married, and they're bringing up how DDG is a cuck and how much of a hoe India is. But let's be honest, those two aren't together, and DDG is literally freaked out and be overly going himself. The dating show of doom, cough cough. That dude is literally a girl content merchant.
How did DG get bought? They say, hey, niggas just want to talk shit about DG. That's hella funny. They bought that nigga name up. Niggas know they don't have a date no more, but they just want to talk shit about him. That's hella funny.
Nobody be on his head. I did find a tweet calling this out, and guess what the response was? Nigga, you gay? And later in the video, I'll talk more about this, but I'ma chill for a second because I do want to focus on India for right now. I also want to mention India did take some questionable photos. The thumbnail is actually a photo that India took that day. Right?
What? Yeah, see, yeah, all right. Okay, now I see what niggas saying now. Bro, if you taking pictures like this saying you want to get married and all that, how is the person that you're trying to be a wife to, how are they going to interpret this photo, India? You know what I'm saying? It looks kind of crazy. You know, me personally, if a photo like this ever came out,
It's at night, it's her on the ground, and I don't really have to explain what she's doing. And obviously, I think this photo is very weird, but that's just my opinion. That doesn't mean she deserves hate for it. And she was actually on Discord, and she not only explained the situation that happened with Michael Phelps, but she was also thanking her supporters for supporting her amidst this hate campaign, which I think that's an adequate way of describing what's happening to her right now.
Wisdom, fill myself up with God, get back on my path, repent, you know, put some holy oil on myself and try again. You know, I failed.
holy oil.
I never said I was a role model or anything. I'm just trying. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to do right. I'm trying. And with that comes, you know.
There ain't nothing wrong with trying. You know, I get that. I understand that. But, you know, you fucked up. Or I don't want to say you fucked up like you did something necessarily wrong, but you just did something that people will view it as the opposite of what you said that you were going to do. People view it as, okay, you say you want to do this, but you're taking a step back. That's what happens when you kind of like push it out there on the internet as like a goal or something you want to do in life. And people usually try to hold you to that, you know? So it's a double-edged sword. You get held accountable, but you also get held accountable.
Trial and error, and I'm finally okay with my mistakes and like everything being at the forefront. I got too comfortable and kept drinking at the table. As soon as I got up from that poker table, y'all, I was spinning. And as soon as I got up and was done, everybody wanted to take pictures, do interviews. I don't remember nothing. I blacked out. I was a functioning blackout. But again, that's my fault. It's nobody's fault but mine. I was very hard on myself, but I also turned it into a lesson and let it fuel me. And now I'm putting myself on punishment. I'm gonna get real strict. I'm not drinking no tequila. If I have to drink at all, it'll be wine.
Now, a lot of people were criticizing her for using God and even compared it to Jay Cinco. But to me, I take it as she's taking accountability. She acknowledges that she has a drinking problem and that she's not going to drink. People think she's using the whole blackout thing as an excuse, but to me, it's just her being consciously aware that when she drinks, she's liable to doing stupid shit, hence why she doesn't want to drink. But it's like I've been saying, people are holding India to standards that are just not fair. They don't even hold DDG to these heights, and this leads them to hating. Like when they first posted that photo of her on the ground with the drink, the way it was framed is meant to intentionally incite hate, in my opinion at least. It's literally clip season saying India loved called DDG her life partner a week ago. Is that
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, them clip niggas be gassing it up. I ain't gonna hold you, they be gassing it. But did she say that though?
It's literally clip season saying India loved called DDG her life partner a week ago. Is that not meant to farm hate on her? You already have these people with this vitriol towards her because she said she was changing her life around, but then you have that. Mind you, DDG himself be overly going, but I'll get to it.
I ain't gonna lie. Did she actually call that nigga a life partner? Cause don't call me a life partner publicly. And you start you doing all that shit. Don't call me a life partner at all if you finna be doing all that. And you know what I'm saying? no. Maybe another life, but not my current one. All right.
Get to it. I also seen a post hating on her for dancing in the club. And let me just read this for you. I think India is sent to humble DDG. Like, it's nowhere you post this with all that changes talk and God talk, lol. Now, number one, you had a spelling mistake. I think you meant to say it's no way you post this. But number two,
Nowhere.
what do you mean
Crazy.
India love got sent to humble DDG? It's just like, oh my goodness. Shorty is literally dancing in the club. And like I said, I'm not even a fan of India, but I just think some of this is ludicrous. You have these random individuals riding DDG so hard that they can't see that their goat literally engages in the same behavior that India Love has exhibited, which is doing stuff outside a relationship when they're not even in a relationship. Because let's keep it real, her and DDG are not official.
Yeah, they're not dating,
yeah, they
right?
be close, but they're not dating. Because if they were really dating, would DDG be doing the dating show of doom? But I'm getting ahead of myself. I even found this screenshot of what I think is a DM with a dude saying F India, and you would think she's the devil herself the way niggas are hating.
Keep trolling,
And
boy.
just quick
Damn,
little-
why niggas? All right, it ain't that serious. Okay, it ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? To you send a DMs talking about fuck India, it's not even that deep. And also another thing, right? I think people because of the way that video was, her talking about like God and how she changed her life and how pretty much how she's doing all this other shit. So it's like when people see her doing stuff that they don't see aligned with that, they gonna get on their ass. You know what I mean? But that what happens when you take it to the internet. She shouldn't have been telling them what all the little shit she's doing in her life. She should have just been doing them and showing the results. But you know, she's a streamer and they pretty much show like she probably got people that look up to her and actually give a fuck about her life. So she probably keeping them updated. But it's like, yeah, that's the nature in there, bro. That's the nature in it. You know what I'm saying? And shit, maybe sometimes even I participate in it and I act like I don't give enough grace to people. I can admit, sometimes I do be doing that, you know? So it's just like her. One day at a time. That's the only thing you can do, India. Take it one day at a time, you know?
Parasocial talk. It's kind of like my video I was just saying. These are unstable individuals, bro. These people are extremely unstable. Going out of your way to say this about someone who doesn't know you exist for someone that doesn't know you exist is psychotic. Not to mention, I seen people posting this chart of India's past relationships and the men she's been with. But when I see this,
Jimmy Butler? What the fuck? Jonnu Smith? Yachty? Devin Haney? Drake? Damn. Okay.
Thinking about DDG. So let's talk about him real quick. Y'all remember the dating show of doom? I keep referencing it. It was DDG's whole content idea where he got all these girls to do freaked out stuff, put them in very sexual outfits, and then had them compete for his love. Imagine if India did that. This man literally had 20 girls compete for his affection, but when India hit a little 1-2, she tripping. Now I will say, both DDG and India farmed the parasocials. So that part is on them. I just talked about that. When you farm these unstable individuals, when you cultivate these communities, they will turn on you. But that doesn't change the fact that it is crazy to go out of your way to hate on India because she's doing things that a single woman would do. If she was really cuffed by DDG, do you think she would be doing this? No, nigga. So with that being said, all this India hate is just a double standard that I feel is rooted in a lot of misogyny. And I also want to say, just because she announced her desire for change doesn't mean she's perfect. Growth is
I would say there probably definitely is some misogyny within some of these people reactions, you know. I can see that. There's also probably just I'm gonna leave it at that. There's probably definitely some misogyny up in there.
Not linear, and her and DDG are clearly not together. Now, are they close friends who probably share a lot of affection and care about each other? Yeah. Y'all know how these influencers be, bruh. So if you think she's cucking him or she's making him look bad, you need to ask yourself why it's cool for him to set up a girl content game show where the women are basically lusting after him. And I say this as someone who isn't even particularly fond of India. That's really all I had to say. Subscribe for more unsolicited.
Hey, you did your thing, DH, as always, my boy. And my last thoughts on it, I can, for the parasocial people, they're probably like, yo, she messing up, she not doing what she says she doing this to DDG, all this other shit. But for the regular people that just view it from time to time, they're just like, shit, sometimes it be like that. Shit, women shake ass in the club. You know what I'm saying? They say they want to get made all the time, and they, they do stuff that may not align with that all the time, But one day at a time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't gonna be perfect tomorrow. You ain't gonna be perfect the next day. The day you stop changing is the day you die. So with all that, be your best self and leave it at that. I'm gone. Peace.